Hello and welcome to episode 2 of In the Name of. We are playing Girl by Moonlight, sponsored by Evil Hat today. Hey, thank you Evil Hat for making this series possible and letting us have a bunch of fun. Letting us shake things up a little bit. We are playing between 2 different playbooks. We have moved over from the Abyss to the Rotting Sky. We are into our second playbook. This is not typically how this game is played, but I read the book and I wanted to. So we are, and things are getting a little bit weird for our players. Speaking of, let's meet them.
Hello everyone, my name's Lexi, and I am here as Idol Alias. Most people would know her as that. They use she, he, they pronouns.
And I'm Kailey Bray, playing Maura Troy, and we both use she, her pronouns.
Hello, I'm Dani Gage, and I am playing Ashley Park, otherwise known as Idol Melody. And we both use she, her pronouns.
And I'm Xander Jeanneret, playing Pauldron Shepherd, and I use he, him pronouns, but Pauldron uses they, them pronouns and is the idol guard.
Everything has been cute and fun, and we've had a good time until that end bit. So, where we last left you, we experienced a day in the life of magical people in training. From the, of course, local academy, each of you has been living as heroes to be, already revered as town heroes, having just vanquished a foe, floated through a parade, had a wonderfully successful social engagement as well, maybe even got an in with the popular crowd, and was invited to lunch with the mayor.
And
then
also chugged 4 liters of slushy fluid.
Very important.
Oh, right. And then ripped by spectral hands into the glowing pit of the abyss itself, claimed into it, pulled into absolute nothingness for an uncertain amount of time, and awoken elsewhere, sitting under an unfamiliar sky in stabbing grass and an unwelcoming air around you. Each of you lay awake, uncertain, and far, far away from anywhere that you know. You've recognized the landscape as laid out similarly to your home, but you are most certainly not there. The buildings are not only not a decayed version of your buildings, these buildings are built differently. They were built in a time that seems less frivolous. A time that had less luxury to it. It was a town that seemed to have been built for function and has long since fallen to decay.
Okay, so this isn't our world. It looks so strangely familiar, but nothing's at all the same. Did we hop planes or something?
Or times? There has to be something here.
Maybe if we jump really hard, we can go back up out.
You think we're still in the abyss, the pit? You think we're still in the pit?
I don't know.
I mean, it's the color of the sky. Maybe?
Maybe if we get on top of one of these buildings, we can get a better view and survey our surroundings.
Well, that's actually a really good idea.
Before we do anything, let me just check and see if there's anything at all other than I'm sorry, good luck.
Wait, what?
It just says that?
It just says that. That's not...
We can't do anything with that.
Yeah.
Are you sure that's for us? Is there other pages? I don't know how your book works.
Yeah, there are other pages, but it tells me what's important at the time.
Well, if anything, we need to keep our guard up because creatures come out of the pit, and if that's anything, they might be in here. So
whatever pulled us in might still be here too. They're all
the
those hands.
Oh, let's make sure we're safe right where we are.
Yeah.
Doe, can you get a better look? And I'll send them up, and they'll spiral upwards, and we'll see if they can.
Absolutely. So how do you communicate with them? Is this something, can you warg into their eyesight, or do they come back and tell you about it?
Oh, they come back and tell me. They whisper in my ear.
Yeah, perfect. Absolutely.
Different points of view.
Yes.
Amazing. So the area you lay in right now, if you were home, would still be another structure and building, but it looks like something has been torn down here, and this is just an empty lot at this point that's kind of grown over with weeds. So you can send them in. Do you want to send them inside of the building or just up to a vantage point over the city?
how far away is the building? Is it right next to us, or is it a little bit?
You've got a building within 100 feet of you.
Okay.
You've got probably two, like in either direction.
We
on
have
either
a
side of the
bigger
lot.
view of what's around us so far, so let's look into the building.
Good idea.
Yeah, okay. The building to your right is the one that was built with like that deep, murky brown-red brick and has an almost circular hole in it with rubble coming out of it. It's an easy entrance for them to go in. You see them kind of flutter and disappear into the darkness of this building. And you wait.
Know a good tune? That's making me more anxious.
Sorry, I'm just really anxious, and music comes out of my heart, so that's what we got right now.
That's fair.
Does your heart take requests?
Maybe. What's your request?
Oh, maybe like happy birthday or something.
Happy birthday to you.
Do you need a hug?
Yeah.
I do.
Okay.
It's worse.
Yeah,
Okay.
just Thailand.
Group hug.
Ah.
I'm just really worried about T&O.
I'm worried about us too.
I think it's gonna be okay.
What did you see before, Prez, when
were?
you came to the pit?
There were no hands, but I was by the pit, and it just started to rise. I was reading over the story of the previous magical girls, and I don't know. I don't know if I missed something, and maybe they were crawling, but it was like a huge bubble, like a disruption.
Huh.
And you know me, I don't get that close, but it popped and it landed on my outfit.
That's right. Does that still appear on our outfits?
Wait, do we feel anything, maybe?
No, your outfits look back to normal.
It's gone.
Where were you? We paged you. You disappeared from the rink.
Oh, I was just I needed some air.
Oh.
I got us an invite to like the popular kids lunch tomorrow. So like
We got an invite to the mayor's
we told the mayor we would
office.
go for lunch with them.
We kind of said you were going to be there, too.
We did say that you were going to be there too.
but I said you all were gonna
Oh no.
It's the mayor.
It's the popular kids?
I don't. Okay.
Well, I guess none of that matters if we can't get out of here.
We'll be at lunch.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, oh gosh.
It's going to be okay.
Oh no. Okay.
It's gonna be okay.
T&O come fluttering back to you.
Oh, thank goodness.
And one lands with you and one kind of stops at Pauldron's shoulder just to kind of like provide a little bit of comfort.
Thank you.
How do you communicate with them? Is it like a telepathic thing? Do they
I think it's like they have like really little voices, and so
Little
like they
whispers?
kind of they are really shy to other people, so they don't really like talking to other people. They like may touch or like but with me they're the only ones that feel really safe. So they'll like whisper in my ear and they'll tell me and I can talk to them. They know what I'm saying too, but they're just a little shy.
So the rest of you just see them kind of fluttering about around Ashley's ears and essentially sending them in just to look. What they see is something that looked like storage and preparation. There are crates with sacks kind of torn open that look like maybe like flour and various kind of like food products that are all looking a little bit worse for wear. They couldn't quite tell how long it's been there, but it appeared that into that building was the like basement level of what was a restaurant.
Oh, okay. So it doesn't seem like they saw anything bad or scary. They said it looks like it could have been a restaurant.
Oh no, I'm not hungry.
Well, we'll get hungry later, so then it'll be perfect. But I mean, if we need a place to sit down and gather our wits for a second, then it might be a good choice.
Just to like get some shelter or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's roll.
Okay, let's roll.
Let's roll.
Are you all entering in through that kind of hole in the side of the building?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You do. You enter in exactly as described. You see a basement level that was clearly an overflow storage for a local restaurant. There are vats that are empty that seemed like they had some kind of food product in them previously, sacks torn open that had flour and potatoes in them, and there is a staircase going up to a door to the upper floor.
Are there any signs of like people?
There are definitely signs that people have been here. Would you like
Maybe,
to
like,
investigate
recently?
further?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that should probably be an analyze roll.
6.
Ooh, okay.
Ooh.
Nice.
You get a closer look, digging into beyond just what's crates and sacks and kind of trash, honestly, left about. And you do find something. You come across a worn down knapsack. It is just a bag that looks like it has more of personal belongings in it. It has a flashlight in it. It has a notebook. Doesn't look similar to yours, just kind of like a leather-bound journal in it, and like a few personal affects, a set of keys.
Well, there's people, someone's been here recently-ish.
Oh, but we don't see them.
That stuff is like not dusty. A lot of the stuff is like caked in a layer of dust, and that feels like it is set atop the dust.
But also like this isn't exactly like a place to like, you know, this is in even worse shape than Zippy's was before we got to it. Like this is but this isn't the place to hang out.
No.
Well, it is the basement, so maybe we could just try to see how high in the building we can get.
We
Good
could just go
idea.
upstairs.
Maybe leave that knapsack though. We don't.
Oh
wanna
no, I'm
see
not
what-
gonna steal anything. Is there anything like written in the other like just like?
Yeah, you want to
Ooh.
open it up?
Ooh.
Yeah, absolutely.
I like hesitate for a second and be like,
You're right.
What could go wrong?
Opening it up, it appears to be a personal journal. It has discombobulated notes in it. It sounds like it looks like somebody was listening to some kind of speech, and they were writing down these kind of action words. You can see them writing things like fight, fight, we have to fight. You can see them writing things like from under their hand is written in there. And then you see some sketches. Somebody was clearly doodling in it, like they were maybe doing something important and got distracted. And the doodles look like somebody trying to imagine their own magical outfit. There's a bunch of different variations of it. A bunch are like crossed out and like redrawn with different details of it. Some with stronger pointed shoulders to them that look like plates of armor. Some that look a little more soft in fabric. But rough approximations of the same idea of a magical girl.
well, this isn't somebody who goes to the academy.
How do you know?
Because they look at these drawings. They don't know what they look like.
Oh yeah.
Your magical forms took place naturally. You never had to pick out an outfit. What you become in your magical form, both in your abilities and in the way you look, is a reflection of your soul. It's a reflection of who you are. It can be affected by events that you've lived and experienced before your powers developed, but it is always a reflection of who you are as you grow. And magical looks and abilities, though they stay thematic, do change and grow with you over time as you age and as you develop further into them. So some of the like really experienced magical people that are like the town heroes that have served for some time, their outfits slowly become more detailed and more ornate. They're left with, in places where there might be scars instead, like badges of honor in the way that their costume has been like repaired and repaired itself. So you never had to do something like sketch and design your own outfit. This is somebody who was trying to figure out what they would look like magical, maybe.
So they're more just dreaming about being magical? They just don't go to the school?
Well, right. Yeah. I mean, I guess they're just there's somebody who is mundane all the time.
Oh.
There are plenty of people like that,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So
Maybe we should.
we just don't know them. I'll
Yeah.
put it
Put it
back.
back.
No, I think we should take it with us.
You want to steal?
I don't know. Maybe someone needs this back.
Right, but I mean, it looks like somebody put it here on purpose. This has got like keys and stuff in it. Are you sure?
Yeah, they might be back for it.
Yeah, let's leave it.
We can always.
Oh, I'll leave them a note.
Oh, good idea.
Oh yeah.
And I think thoughtlessly pulling a page out of their notebook.
All of us journal people are like,
Keep it from Kailey.
Yeah. What do you say?
What should I say? We're lost.
Sorry for the intrusion.
you're not alone. Oh, wait, that could be taken wrong.
Yeah.
We're here to help.
Yeah.
Or can you help us also?
Oh,
maybe?
yeah.
We
Maybe
can
all
help
we're
each
love.
other.
Yeah.
Hope you find this.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
Hope you find this. We're lost
Yep.
and could use some help.
Mm-hmm.
Have a magical day.
That's cute.
Yeah, have a magical day.
Let's be friends. Check yes, no.
Oh, I just signed the idol alias. Idol.
Oh.
Just
Yeah.
the rainbow rollers.
Rainbow
From
rollers.
Yeah, the rainbow
Yeah,
rollers.
yeah.
They'll know.
Yeah, and I'll put like hearts over the eyes.
Yeah.
And then I'll like put it on top of the backpack and okay, let's go upstairs just in
Yeah.
case.
See how far we can get.
Perfect. I can't wait to see how they contact you.
Yes.
Oh, we should have left a pager number.
Oh.
It's okay.
Oh, I do that.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, we're still here. I can go back.
Yeah.
Like halfway up the oh yeah, no, you're totally right. Page us. P.S. Page us. Whose pager? My pager?
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
We've got a hotline number.
Oh right, then it all
Yeah,
goes to
yeah,
all of
yeah.
ours. Yeah.
Okay, you're able to successfully leave the note. You set it back on top of the backpack, and you're able to chase everybody to catch up with them going up the stairs. The door is closed at the top of it. Who's leading?
Oh.
I think I'm leading.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm checking everywhere. I'm going to make sure that this place, it looks decrepit. It looks like it's falling apart. I want to make sure there's no, like, I am calling back to every single person. Watch your step, on your left, like everything I possibly can to make this ascent as calm as possible. But I am leading the charge.
Taking a calming and in control tone, you hear the wood of the stairs creak like they want to give way as you go, but you all step lightly enough to get to the top of the stairs. Do you open the door?
I don't think I do. I think I'm going to like feel the door handle first and like try to put my ear up to it. Just see what I can hear.
Okay, roll analyze for me.
Let's do that. Do I have anything in analyze? Yeah, I do. Cool.
All right.
Just flat. 4.
Okay, so with a 4, that's like a mixed success. You hold on to the handle. It's cold, and you press your ear up against the aged wood of the door, and you hear skittering on the other side of it. It sounds like when there's like a rat in the walls, maybe.
Yeah.
Because it's moving very quickly, tiny footsteps. And you do hear one larger creak. The creak is close enough that it shakes the door a little bit and your body weight bumps it a little. You've made a noise now with the door, and that is your mixed success.
Okay. Everyone? There's a little tiny thing in here that you can be prepared for, but there's also a very big thing behind this door.
Wait, like a person.
Not like
It didn't sound like there's a giant. It
Yeah.
sounded like there is something much bigger than a rat. Could be very much person-sized.
not a person, but person-sized.
Should we knock?
Wait, how do we know it's yeah, wait. Oh yeah, maybe we knock. Can they hear us if they're right there?
Yeah, probably.
Okay. Hello?
Yeah.
You feel, holding on to the doorknob still, somebody grab the other side of it and swings it open. And they put both of their fists up and they look at you. The person standing in front of you is a young, maybe looks to be 14-year-old boy, and he stands with both of his fists up protectively, and he's swung the door open and tried to like get his hands back as fast as possible and goes, "Who are you?"
Oh, hey, it's okay. Don't be afraid.
We're here to help. Well, you're here to help us.
And also, we're lost.
Yeah.
It's okay. Hi, I'm Idle Vision.
Your name is...
Oh, we should do the whole thing.
Oh, yeah.
Let's roll.
Let's roll.
Idle guard.
Idle Melody.
Idle Vision.
Idle alias.
The rainbow rollers.
He closes the door again really quickly.
I put my shoulder in. Oh, hold up, kid. We really need you.
I can't be seen with you. What are you doing here? Why are you dressed like that? What are you thinking?
What do you mean?
What are you talking about?
You can't wear things like that here.
This is us.
This is our armor.
Where are we?
What do you mean? This used to be a pizza place.
No, I mean, where are we that we can't wear these things?
Anything that looks... You can't cosplay as magical people in Xantrine. How do you not know that?
Xantry?
Cosplay?
Yeah, you're going to look like you're trying to start something.
Start what? We're just here to help, usually, when we're wearing stuff like this, except now we're just asking for help. But we can, if you have anything you need help with, we can help you.
He steps back from the door a little bit and lets his arms down, confused by your earnest demeanor. Get in here. And he ushers you all into the room, closing it behind you. And he kind of leans backwards on the door for a while. Where did you even get any of that stuff?
Oh, it came from us.
Yeah, it's a part of us.
It came from you.
It's who we are.
Sure.
What is your name?
Oh, yeah, oh my gosh, I'm so rude.
Lux.
Hi, Lux.
Listen, Lux, we're just trying to get home. We came here accidentally, and we don't mean to intrude. Do you think you could help us?
Where's home?
We're going
Alstra? Alstra City.
Alstra City. Specifically the academy.
We came from the pit. We kind of fell, so maybe it's up. I don't know.
You fell out of the sky.
Well,
Maybe?
it doesn't feel like it.
It got a little fuzzy there for a second.
So maybe, why don't you tell us about this city and what's going on? Because our world is slightly unsettling to you, and we want to make sure that we don't want to get you in trouble. So.
Okay, and Lux moves across the room and pulls a tattered drop cloth off of a wall where he has a little red string board. And you can see some of the other sketches also under there, similar to the ones that you found
look like it's in the
the book, and one that's front and center. And the outfit comes to these strong pointed metallic shoulders and flares down into a skirt similar to the ones that you wear. And he kind of pushes it to the side to point out the board itself. And in it is mostly hand sketched, and he draws pretty well, like a map of the town. the layout of the town looks actually pretty similar to Alstra City, but the buildings, that's like what's written on what's where is different. It's incorrect, but the general like grid system of the city is relatively comparable. There's a similar town square, and things have been getting kind of weird lately, but
How do you mean?
there is, God, where do I start? Okay, I'm just gonna assume that you guys are aliens, and because
Magical
you fell from
people,
the
'cause-
sky.
Yeah, we're just magical people.
Yeah.
You don't have to call us aliens.
We
like,
could
you
be
know.
aliens, though.
No, we're the descendants of. Yeah, the first magical
witches.
girls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What?
What?
Huh? You're the descendants of the magical girls?
The first ones, you know, the first 5.
Yeah, we've heard of the first 5.
Yeah, I mean, it's like we're pretty far separated from them, but yeah, it's,
Yeah.
you know, we're not aliens. If you know,
Okay.
We're terrestrial.
yeah.
Sure. Okay. You all look clean, and that very much tells me you're not from Xantrine in any way. Look, things here are not good at all, and magic is not something that exists for people like us, or like, it really only exists for people like them. And he points to a drawing. The drawing is of 4 individuals, and he's clearly tried to like illustrate like magic around them, like little sparkle marks and like fire. And they each seem to have like an elemental effect to them. One seems to be like lightning kind of sketched around. One is like a fire sketched around them. The other seems to work with like a liquid. It seems to be like covering their body. And he goes, these are the only people that get to have magic here, and if you are saying that you are magical people, you're going to have to be a lot quieter about that. People here do not like magic.
Well, but why?
Because these are the descendants of the first 5 here. This is what they say, and that they have they had claim to this place because they were.
Are you saying they're gatekeeping magic?
I guess it's been a long time. These aren't the first people. The generations of them just keep happening.
But they don't help.
No. No, when the magical people descended from the sky, initially they destroyed everything.
That's not right.
And he moves over.
Magical people wouldn't do that. We're taught how to.
Yeah, we do good things.
Yeah, we
could destroy everything, but we don't.
It's just how it is.
We could never. We could never.
Yeah, okay, sure. Look, have you talked to anyone else here?
No, you're the first person we've seen.
Yeah.
I left a note though for someone. Oh, was that your backpack?
Yeah.
Okay, I left you a
downstairs.
note before we met you, so you can disregard that note.
Sure, I'm really glad that I met you first. Because you can't walk around like this here.
All right, Lux, if you say so, we can de-transform.
It's not the people's fault.
Oh.
I know that I get that magic is a good thing for you, but magic has been terrible for everyone here. People have nothing. Everything was taken from them. They can't grow any crops. They lost access to every modern luxury that we ever had. Everything was taken. They divided everyone from magic to non-magic. They created this government of sorts based on power.
Everything you're saying sounds awful. So gross. What? Has anyone ever tried to stop them?
Yeah. Yes, we've been trying to stop them. But how does someone like me stop someone like you?
What about the other magical people who fight the villains?
Magical people are the villains.
All of them?
We're not villains, though. And we're here. Can we do something?
We can help you.
We could help.
Look, there's a rebellion of sorts that has formed, and it's not
Melody loves a rebellion.
I do.
cool.
I'm sorry, I got really excited there for a second, and I know I froze up. But yes, rebellion is great. Tell us more.
They're gathering. There's a few hiding places that we've taken to. Everybody has to turn over anything that they have generally when the forces roll through. So they've been hiding. They've been trying to reestablish any kind of community, any kind of businesses here. Nobody's been able to provide for each other in so long. Everybody was alone. So they have been trying to uprise against magic and see if they could reclaim parts of the city for themselves. It's not going to be easy to convince them that you four are not part of that.
Well, maybe we
tone it down a notch.
Mm-hmm.
gather some information first
Yeah.
and then try and help. Maybe it's just a big misunderstanding and they just don't understand the consequences of what they've been doing, and we can just explain it to them.
Lux looks at you and moves over to one of the large windows that has been boarded up and kind of peels back a piece of the wood and goes, look. No, look outside.
Oh, okay.
Look at this city.
Okay. I look.
Looking out, you see ruins. You see lots of signs for small businesses torn apart. And he shushes you down a little bit as somebody comes from the other side of the street, walking down. Their hands glow red all the way up their arms, with their hands down at their sides. They're walking by, knocking on the various windows, knocking over signs, looking for people.
See, these are villains. We can help against villains. We can.
Let's stay safe for now and power down.
Yeah.
And then when they least expect it, we can strike back.
Looking over the ruins, can I try and understand how the destruction took place and see try and understand the kinds of magical power, specifically Maura's looking for ways to argue that these are not magical people, these are super villains. Those are very different things.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. So you want to analyze the person themselves?
Yeah, analyze the person and also the destruction of things that have been blown apart, so that it show how that's very different than the kinds of stuff that we
Is
do.
there magic burn versus
magic burn, or as opposed to
wind.
Yeah.
Since I've seen magical people, the results of when we saved the city, and the results of right before we saved the city,
Yeah.
so those are very different, obviously.
Sure. Yeah, absolutely.
So different. Pat myself on the head. Poor Maura.
You do. I won't even make you roll for this.
Mm-hmm.
You watch the person that's kind of dragging their arms down. They look humanoid. A lot of the things that you see come out of the pit, other than what you are, other than the descendants of the magical girls, are creatures.
Mm-hmm.
People, full-formed people, do not come out of the pit. This is somebody who definitely looks like you, in the sense they definitely have a different ability set than you do,
Sure.
but they look just like a person, minus the effects of their magical form. Their outfit looks a little more like a kind of militant uniform almost. It actually, it mirrors a little bit of like the collars of yours, that kind of like Sailor Scout collar. But the colors are much more just kind of like drab. Their shades are all deep shades of red and oranges. As they proceed through the town, knocking things over, pushing doors open, looking for people. And Lux closes the piece back up. There are parts of the town where people still live. This is not one of them where you've ended up somehow. People are allowed to be here, but there was a war here. They knew about the rebellion and they have been fighting back, and there were people that tried to help. It's not like there's never been a good person with magic powers, but
What happened to the people who tried to help?
the people who tried to help were unaware of the different kinds of struggles we had.
What do you mean?
I mean, when the first war broke out and magical people fought while mundane people walked the streets, we were the casualties. Who cleans up when you destroy a building fighting a monster?
I've never thought about that.
When you wrecked our roads, we couldn't travel to work.
We have people that can help fix that.
And then like, but also like that's people, that's what their jobs are, is repair and stuff, right? That's like,
Right, like janitors. Like what I do.
yeah, like what you do. Like that's like part of life, right? It's, you know, you do your job, like us.
My job was delivering pizzas. I can't fix a road. I don't know how to fix a road. And when the entire government was crumbled, there wasn't exactly city budgets. People tried to fix as much as they could themselves, but everybody was responsible for themselves. If your business got ruined, it was your problem.
You didn't work together.
I think these are like the things that he's saying are like echoing in Alias's ears, and I think she's just going to stumble towards the door and open it and like shut it behind her and just stand there and just like breathe and like.
Are you going to the door back to the like basement
back to
area?
the basement, yeah. Not like the window.
The window.
I rip open the window and I jump out. And I fly. I fly.
Yeah.
Strong choices.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can absolutely go. And Lux like worries about the noise of the door, but lets you shut it on and stays on the other side. I want to believe that you guys can help, but you are just as oblivious as everyone else. It's not because we weren't good enough friends or we didn't love our neighbors enough. We tried. We're trying every day. But our city is falling apart, and when things keep descending from the sky, when goo monsters fall out of the sky into our city and
That's us.
No,
Your
but also
goo
we
monsters?
fought a goo monster.
Right, but we fell out of the sky,
We
much
also
like
fell out of the sky.
what is happening here. We fought a goo monster as well.
Yeah, we had to fight a goo monster. Did you tie it up? We tied ours up. It really worked. It was really helpful. Next time a goo monster falls, you can tie it up.
no, I don't know. I think they managed to defeat it, but my point is I'm not capable when some kind of goo monster lands covered in string and has some kind of weird armor on it and destroys another one of our buildings, and I'm responsible to rebuild it. I can't. I'm not a contractor. I don't have the materials. Where do we get them? The lumber yards have shut down.
Did they throw the goo monster back in the pit out when we weren't looking?
But how are we supposed to?
That's not an uncommon practice.
Yeah, you put it back where it comes from.
So you're saying that if we're gonna be heroes, we need to be the janitors too. We have to clean up our own messes.
Yes.
Okay.
You know, a few years ago, that's exactly what I would have been saying. And now I am saying people need to eat. And I'm saying people need shelter. And
How do we know how to clean up our mess? Because I thought we were doing that this whole time. And I don't think it was as clean as they told us it was.
I think we should go check on Prez and see what they think we should do.
I take a second and then I de-transform and I settle back into my mundane form.
I'll also de-transform
And same.
and sort of melts away.
I take T and Da, they're kind of just sitting on my shoulders, and I just take them and I put them on my head, and they transform into little puffy ball hair ties that stick in my hair.
Lux watches each of you as your magical form melts away, lingering on you as your buns kind of form back into hair. And there is this tightness in Lux's shoulders watching you. And he's been upset. He's been trying to get his point across, and he's trying not to let go of that anger as he watches, mystified. How did you learn to do that?
Oh. Well, there was this other person, Idol Prime, who sort of taught us.
They were pretty cool. And they showed us how to use our magic that we've always had with us.
To help people.
I don't understand, but you should check on your friend.
Okay.
I'm gonna knock on the one side of the door.
Have you stayed just catching your breath on the other side of the door, or have you?
I am gonna do something kind of wild.
Yeah, let's
Yeah.
go. You've got all the time they've been talking.
It's
Yeah.
wild in a stupid way. I would like
my
to.
favorite.
There was a skittering. I would like to catch the rat for this kid because I'm sure that it's eating into their stores and stuff.
Uh-huh.
I think I'm just I've been in places where this is a huge issue, and this is what I'm gonna do. So I'm going to try and catch this rat. I'm just I'm sitting there and I'm trying not to cry, and I'm about to have a mentee bee, and then it's just I hear the skittering and I'm something to focus my energy on. Cool, a project, and I'm going to try to rip it to the wall and get this rat.
Okay, what skill do you have that you'd like to use to try and catch a rat?
I would love to try and. Oh gosh, what skill do I use for this? I think I'm analyzing where the rat is going to be.
Yeah.
I'm just looking, I'm waiting a long time, and then I'm going to plunge my hand into the wall. This
All right.
old,
Roll to
I don't know if it's brick or
analyze.
not, but
Yeah.
I'm just this is useful.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So it's just one of these.
Unless you want to push yourself.
Oh, I already rolled. That would be so cool.
I'll allow it.
Yeah. Great, I am gonna do that. So I'm gonna push myself. I'll do that. I'll push myself and perform the superhuman feat. I'm going to literally punch through the reddish, the murky red brick, grab the rat. I'm not squeezing it or anything. I'm just you're probably eating up all of his food, and I'm sure he doesn't appreciate it. So, and that's if you knock on the door, that's actually, I might talk to this rat for a little bit. This is
Alright.
so stupid, but I'm what are you even doing here? I just have a conversation. I think I'm you were just truly ruining this for this kid. Did you know that? Yeah. You're eating up all the food. You're knocking down all the buildings. You're not as cool as you think you are. And, I don't know. I just think that you should probably leave. And that's what I'm going to help you do. Because you're a rat and you don't deserve to stay in this city, and maybe you do deserve to be here and I don't deserve to be here, and maybe you deserve to be here more than I do. Oh And there's a knock. It's existential.
Yeah, a scraggly
no.
little rat you see in Al's hand. Did you open the door or are you just knocking?
I'm knocking first.
And we'll open it
Yeah, just
slowly.
a little slow.
And you do.
I'm holding a rat and crying.
Oh, Prez, not again.
It's not the same as last time.
Okay.
Okay, it's different.
What's little buddy's name?
I didn't name him yet.
Oh.
Cause like the kid, I wanted. Someone else. Give this to the kid.
Hey, little buddy.
I helped.
Don't get bitten.
I helped.
You did.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And that rat looks pretty happy, actually.
See, we're magical people and we helped. It's not
we
gonna eat any of
did.
your food anymore.
Here you go.
What do you. Where did you got. Was that the.
It was in your wall.
Thought that might be what that sound was.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Do you need this?
I don't need it.
Okay.
Why is it not like biting you?
We all have like I'm not gonna make that joke. I was gonna say latent rat powers, like unspoken power. We can commune with the rats. Flashback.
Magical rat girl.
Mora's pretty good with animals.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Vision. Oh no, I messed up right away.
No, that's okay. I'm Maura right now.
Yeah.
I think it's better if I'm Maura.
Okay.
Oh no.
I'm gonna pass on the rat.
Okay. I don't know what to do with this.
I'll keep
Let's
them.
just take him with us for now.
Put it in my blazer pocket.
Well, that's what we were coming
Roll
to
for the
ask you,
rat.
Prez. Do you have any plan moving forward? What do you think we should do?
I think I love Maura's idea of trying to do a little bit of information scouting. I noticed that everyone is de-transformed.
It's not safe here to look like this. I'm sorry. You all draw a lot of attention.
Al. Lux, will you tell Al of the last monster that came through that fell from the sky?
Yeah, I mean, we've seen a lot of things like it. Some kind of greenish goo creature. It had some kind of, it was gelatinous with stuff stuck in it. It kept roping things into this string tied up in it.
Oh.
Okay.
And it had armor.
Yeah, and it had these like plates stuck in it that kind of formed around its head. They don't usually have that. They're usually just creatures, and it looked like it had some kind of like somebody had put armor on it that protected its head.
Okay.
I'm just scared. These things are getting worse.
Mm.
Now they're intelligent enough that they're gearing up. They're bringing things with them.
Cool. We should go help this rebellious force.
Yep.
And I should de-transform,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I should totally do that.
If we're going to the rebellion, we should.
So do we have to do that now, or can we like wait till we get to their front door?
Well,
You
I mean,
don't want to walk outside
Yeah,
like
if we
that.
go out there.
We can take a
either-
look at the options, I guess, for
No.
what you want to
if
do.
you don't
No,
feel
it's-
safe transforming around us, we could like put a really big hat on you or something so we can't like look at you in the face or something like that. I don't know. Whatever makes
yeah.
you feel more comfortable.
do you have anything that we could wear to maybe blend in more?
Oh, we should rub dirt on ourselves, shouldn't we?
We should probably be dirty.
Okay.
huh?
I don't know if we should go. Oh, you're already doing it.
No,
Sorry.
hey, where you come from, when you're like, we should just get a really big hat, do you just have a really big hat?
Most of the time.
Yeah, I've got like a little prop. It's like a little chest and we like,
It's not little.
funsies stuff. So I've had larger ones though, so like, it's just like a little prop chest. But hats, yes,
Usually-
lots of hats.
Usually, if we need something, we have it.
Do you want a hat?
Do you have a hat?
No, but we can find one.
I'm good.
Okay.
You guys are giving off a lot of energy.
I know, I'm sorry. I'm just feeling more and more awkward the more we're here, and I feel really bad about it. I
Okay,
just feel
well,
like,
let me tell you this. I am going to be the friendliest person that you meet for a long while here. I remember my mom always told me about people like you, and she believed that there could be heroes, and she believed that that was what was going to protect us when everything was falling apart. So for her, I believe that, and I hope that that is you, but most of the people here are all out of hope.
Where's your mom now?
We split up. There's another like base camp, essentially. People have been trying to spread out, see if they could find somewhere that we could rebuild. So her and a group of others are trying to see if they can set up somewhere and come back for us.
She's coming back for you?
Of course she is. She's mom.
Oh, is that what moms... That's really cool.
Yeah, I'm sure that she'll find somewhere. They can't reach everywhere. Maybe on the outside of the city, there's somewhere that we could rebuild. There's structures that are abandoned everywhere, and if we could start farming and protecting our own crops, when the means of production was never ours, we had no chance. So we're hoping this time, if we rebuild it in a way that we own it, and then they can't take it from us.
And so, where are all the magical people now? Do they have their own area? Like they all live somewhere, right? If you're worried about them. So if they took everything, where's all that?
The government, which is primarily comprised of magical people, and close to them there are a few mundane that through family or relation stay within. They've created an absolute fortress on the other side of the town. They've hoarded every resource. It's the only place that has any kind of power running to it anymore. They have vaults of medical supplies and food. They have everything that they'll ever need, and everything that we actively need right now.
This city is yours, and I hope you know that. And we are not... I don't want us to act like we can save everyone, and like this will be the tide's turning.
But it could be.
It could be. And if you can't have hope in us, and if that's too poisonous, keep having the hope in the fact that the city is yours and that you will regain control of it.
You were right when you said we were lucky to run into you.
That's the truth.
I will do my best to put in a good word for you all, but we're gonna have to ease in.
Do we lie?
And he looks at you and he maintains eye contact for a while, and there's something about his features.
Mm-hmm.
It's not exact, it's not even something other people would notice, but he has just the same eyes as your brother. He just reminds you of him.
Yeah. I think as I'm looking at him, like he directs his gaze at me, and this talk about like needing to ease in, I think that's when I will it's like the first time I probably like de-transformed in front of all of you. And you see what I described last episode. I look the same, but not as pristine. My hair, it's like the brownish black roots of my hair kind of reach out, and the tips are that bubblegum pink. Messy freckles. Everything else looks pretty similar except my clothes are way baggier. And I think I'm gonna get down on one knee in front of this kid, and I'm just gonna say, how long have you been here?
I've lived here my whole life.
And you said your mom was at a camp around here, or
She's
deeper in the
traveling.
ci- Okay.
There's a group of people that packed up to try and head out west of the city. They were hoping to start building farms.
Has anybody tried to go up who didn't have any power?
Up.
Because everything's falling down, right?
Yeah.
I mean, mundane people built really tall buildings, and they were they were talking about building all sorts of like flying machines. There was, technology, right? Did you ever try and
I mean, yeah.
see how to if things are falling down? Did you guys ever try and go up?
We've had technology. I mean, we had airplanes,
Yeah, planes and stuff. Yeah.
but not since I was a kid. We were able to, the sky is just the sky until somebody magical comes out of it, and for some reason, then it's not the sky for them. We don't fly in an airplane and disappear.
Did you ever try? I guess you didn't personally.
Lux is 14.
Yeah, that's a good point.
So there are a lot of things around here that look like our city.
Yeah.
Do you also have a pit?
No.
I do think
What's-
they are the pit.
I think we're in the pit.
I think we can, yeah.
I don't know if it's like polite to call my city the pit.
I mean, we are here.
What was the name of it
Xantry.
again? Xantry.
Yeah.
Down below.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Even that is kind of.
It kind of
What
sounds.
if we're down below and they're actually above?
Oh, and everything's just reversed.
They're falling out of the sky.
I don't know.
Who pulled us down?
Oh, these questions are all so big.
Well, I guess step one would be to infiltrate, right? We're trying to fit in, and we're trying to get in so that we can get close.
Okay. He goes back to his like red string board, and he you can see that there's like key locations written with like incidents that happened on them. Like when the building fell, an explosion, different descriptions of creatures, and he's just kind of pointing around to locations, and he's like, okay, the rebellion has a base here, and he points to a place that looks like it's under what would be like your mayor's office. It's underground. They've been digging out some tunnels for a while now to travel between places, but for the most part, it's not really a functional system yet.
Okay.
Just like a staircase to underground, kind of like here. And there's a couple of like hot spots where a lot of weird stuff happens. And he points to just like 3 locations on the map. He's drawn like clouds over them. These are the places that most frequently, if something's going to fall from the sky, it does. The thing is, my concern isn't the things that fall out of the sky.
It's the things that fell out a while ago.
It's
Right.
the things that live here.
Do those hotspots correlate to our city? Like to places that we'd recognize in our city?
Curious.
Like the academy?
There is one that is most definitely where your academy is located. There is a large one on the back side of the buildings where your pit is located, the entrance to it at least. And there is a third one. Zippies.
Not Zippies.
It's Zippies! Oh no, we've done some terrible things. Okay.
So is the school, Zippies, and where?
The pit.
The
The
pit.
pit.
The pit.
And the entrance to the pit.
Yeah.
So you said our magical, like our suits change because of events, correct?
Yeah, your suits change with you as you get older and come into your power.
Is that something we can control at all? Do we know?
Typically, it happens in a way of like milestones and experiences. Sometimes something will happen to a magical person in battle that changes them, and it is reflected in their outfit. But it's not something anyone's ever been able to control.
Oh, go ahead. Yeah, I think I'll walk up to the kid and just be like, I like your eye for things. And I don't know if you can tell, but my costume is just like, gingham is so out. And like, I really think that whatever you have really cool style, I guess. And I would love to see what you could design me or us, I guess, for our suits.
Oh. And he realizes that his sketches are up on the board, having not really like paid attention to that. And he like, those are just, it was like theoretical based on like what the like legends said of like the different types of like magic that there could be. And that's not, that's for someone who, what? You want
great.
me to?
Yeah, you could be a
really
fashion
good.
designer.
They're really, really good. And I want to know, I mean, if it's conceptually what magic could be according to legend, I'd love like suits that are according to what you think magic could be.
I would love to know all about your powers. Actually, that would be very cool. I would
We'd
love
love to tell you if you want. Yeah.
We need a guide.
We can share. Like a team. You could be part of the team if you want.
If you want to be a rainbow roller.
Or we can
Have
be
you
a
ever
part of
roller skated
your-
before?
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
sorry.
that's true.
No.
That's okay, we can teach
Yeah,
you.
we can teach you.
Or do you like, what do you like to do? How do you get around the town?
Do you get to have fun? Was that insensitive to ask?
A little bit.
Sorry.
Lux stares at you and you're like, do you get to have fun? Or like, what do you like to do for fun? And Lux kind of looks confused.
Yeah, I couldn't tell which was a more insensitive question. Is what do you like to do for fun, or do you even get to have fun? I don't know. Sorry.
So you went with both. It's okay.
Yeah, just so you understand my thought process. I'm gonna shut up now.
He kind of tilts his head down a little bit and goes, I mean, I just really mostly just draw. That's
Wow, you're so good at it, though. I can tell you do it a lot. You practice a lot.
yeah, I've been waiting here a while.
For your mom? Do you?
What's your mom's name? I mean, if we run into her, we'll let her know.
We need Lux to come with us for a little bit.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Unless you need to stay and wait for her. We totally understand if you need to stay and wait for your mom.
No. I've got a role to fulfill here within the rebellion, and she's so strong that I'm sure that she is doing really well. It's okay.
Your mom sounds so cool.
Yeah.
Her name is Gray.
Gray?
Great.
Great. Great Lux.
What's your role, Lux, in the rebellion? What do you do?
I listen, mostly. They will send me to places to look inconspicuous for the most part, and I gather intel and information. I'm not spying on you guys, to be clear.
I mean, you can't. It's not like we've been really hiding anything, unless you think we should. Do we?
Yeah, you're supposed to hide like all of this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're doing it for the most part now. It's just a matter of. You weren't outside for long, right?
No.
Not super long. No.
Pretty much came straight here.
Yeah.
Do we look like we were outside for a long time?
No, it's just weird that you ended up here of all places. You could have been anywhere, and that might have been really bad.
But we're here with you.
Yeah. Okay.
We're very lucky, I guess.
Yeah. You're our guide.
I don't know. My mom always taught me that when you go someplace new or you're like invited someplace new, you have to kind of like you should bring something. So, should we bring something to maybe show how we are like good guys?
We're normal, cool people.
Or
magic.
good guys of any magic or not magic.
My rat
guys.
is sitting right here, and it really, I think, is a good token of the city.
Totally.
It's like really chilling right now.
Curled up, gone to sleep in your pocket.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's adorable. I was thinking about the fact that you said you needed stuff.
Yeah,
that's
we need
true.
stuff.
Oh yeah, like supplies.
Yeah.
So why don't we go find some supplies? It's kind of like a little peace offering type of thing.
That would be a much better offering to the rebellion than a rat. I'm sorry.
I think they might have rats. Already.
Okay, yeah.
We have
alright.
rats.
Yeah.
I'm still keeping this one.
Yeah, no.
As
Like
you should.
you didn't have a rat, now you do.
Yeah.
But I just.
Take as many rats as you want from here.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Well, what if we went into this fortress, right? And we got medical supplies or things that they're
Because we can go in,
holding on
probably.
But we don't look how the magical people from this place look. It's the only downside.
Hey, Lex,
Yeah.
can you help us with some disguises?
Y'all want an outfit montage?
Yeah!
Okay. Lux is going to lead you to across the street carefully. He plays lookout very much, leading ahead of you all and ushering you across. You move through broken down walls of a few different buildings to try and spend as little time in the street as possible before finding something that looks like it was a kind of broken down textile workshop of some kind. The fabrics definitely look tattered and old, but they're there and they're holding together to some extent. And you can see some of the pieces that were sitting on mannequins that have pins in them, like Lux had been working maybe in here, as he very familiar kind of flips around some of the mannequins and like moves a pin or two on them. And you see really rough approximations of some of the outfits he had been sketching. The colors are off because he was working with whatever fabric was available here, and the stitching is not excellent, but you recognize, especially you who saw like the sketchbook as well, just like the shape, the outline of something that he had been working on. Okay. It's very cool that you said that. I'm not very good at sewing. Neither was my mother when we made these, but she's been helping me try and put some of these together. So I think I could probably make them look enough like some of the like more governmental magical people's outfits. These ones are too cool for that, and like
Yeah,
slide
they're
them
so
to the
cool.
side, and pulls some more fabric from some of the bins and like holds some of them up together, and we will cut through and montage the creation of your outfits. Do each of you want to describe your outfits? You can tell me what the magical people in this world are going to look like. You've seen one. Tell me what your new magical form. Do you want to blend in as like You want to look villainous?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going full
my.
spikes.
Yeah.
The like shoulder pads, but they're jutting out and they're almost like blades. And it's just, I think the edges like down to where I would normally have like these pristine blazer hard cut edges are like burned by fire. Yeah, I think I'm just going full like outfit, like all black outfit, and just almost no flair to it except for like orange accents that Lux will put on. I'm like, yeah, whatever, fire. Like we saw someone that was fire. I'm like, I'm cheating off their homework really quick.
I think I do the opposite. I think that inspired by Lux and being the person, like look at Lux, the person who listens, like just like straight up like, oh, be completely like uninteresting. And I think back to the way that the popular crowd, like I needed to have been pointed out to as a mundane person. And I talked to Lux about that, and keeping myself like in like almost like grays, like very like military without a lot of embellishment, as though I am not special, maybe a little magical, but very clearly someone of like little to zero importance, allowed to be here just because I serve like some unimportant purpose.
Okay.
I have a cape.
Nice.
Yes.
It goes over one shoulder.
Yeah.
It's like a dark purple and has like a golden chain that wraps from one shoulder to the other so that it can drape over my singular shoulder very dramatically.
Amazing.
And then I'm wearing like a tight-fitting suit that is like perfectly tailored and crisp. That goes and buttons down to like down here by the belly button. And it also exactly matches the shade of purple on the cape.
I can also see like a ship's captain's
Yes.
hat.
Yes.
Like,
I definitely see a hat there with like a dramatic tilt.
Yeah.
Incredible.
Yeah, and I think that Pauldron has gone sort of like sleek and what am I thinking of? Like tactical. So it's like high-waisted black leggings, and then there's a midriff showing, and then there's like this turtle sleeveless cutoff with suspenders. And it's all in black. And then there's, maybe some like muscle bands or something like that.
Oh, so good.
With like pink accents.
Yes.
Okay, I rolled for how Lux's ability to make
Right.
these for you was, and Lux got a 5.
Ooh,
So they're pretty good, honestly. Like, look, if you looked closely, is some of the stitching a little strange? Sure. How long are they going to hold up? I don't know. But you look pretty good.
Yeah.
I'm glad I chose to be invisible, but you guys are really cool. Just saying. But someone needed to.
Hey, you're always cool to me.
Thanks, Ellen.
Yeah.
Good idea, Prez.
Yeah, I think we've got a really good thing going right here with this. I think the glasses. Are we keeping the glasses? Like if you take them off, you transform.
Yeah. I need to be able to see.
Can I find like some sunglasses around? Just one lens popped out.
It's like an eye patch.
Oh, can I find an eye patch?
We can make one out of just some cloth.
Absolutely, you can make an eye patch, or you can roll to see what you find.
I would love to roll to see what I found.
All right, roll.
Erase the
It's not even beyond the. I guess that's just perceived. The world is as it is, because you're not
Absolutely.
analyzing that.
Oh God.
To make me an iPad.
An eye
Yeah.
patch, please.
Okay.
I'm seeing a vision here. I'm seeing a vision, and I really love what you have right there. But like, you just need like one. Like, I believe in accessories, and I think that the eye patch is the way to go.
Now you're not. It's not going to help you see. So you would have to put it if you still want to see over your
my
glasses
or under, like-
or under. You can choose.
You can hold on to it. You don't have to put it on right now. But like, when the time feels right.
Mm-hmm.
What about these glasses? You know, that it like flips up and down. There's like the little visors.
We should just collect all of the accessories.
Hmm.
And you can just switch them out.
Pairs of glasses at once, I guess.
Yeah.
Sure. That's okay.
Well, you have an eye patch.
I have an eye patch now.
Optional for wear.
All right, Lux. So
I'll just like put it like around my head, like flip it up. So
He looks at all of you, and you do see him kind of fighting back a smile a little bit, looking so proud. And he goes, just a second, and he kind of disappears behind a curtained off section of the room a little bit. Lux, because I didn't really describe him earlier, has kind of hollower features. He looks like he was raised in scarcity a little bit. His clothing also has those kind of drab shades of gray. He wears a long-sleeved kind of thermal that looks like it's effective for keeping him warm in the winter. It's layered over. You can see a little bit of a white t-shirt popping out underneath it, and pants that look like he has had to take them in a little bit to fit him, because he probably just is waiting to grow into some clothing that he found. But he's made it work a little bit, but it is rather drab. And he goes behind and comes out in an outfit that has shades of greens to it. It has all of the stitch marks that hold it together are intentionally oversized. You can see the all around the shoulders where everything is attached. It looks almost like it's stitched together with yarn to really highlight the seaming of it and the handmade fashion of it. The stitching is in a bright green over a forest green base. It has the long pointed shoulders of his sketch and comes to a little bit of a flared out skirt at the bottom of it. And he goes, I'm gonna have to be lookout, so I can't wear this, but I just wanted to all stand together for a second.
It looks so good.
it suits you.
It really does.
Can we theater kid hand squeeze everyone?
Yeah.
Everyone just grabs hands.
Okay. Yeah, maybe this will work.
Yeah. It's gonna
Maybe
work.
we can just break all of the food and the stuff out. They can't keep it all.
Wait a
Right?
second. Wait,
Exactly.
you're doing it.
Okay.
Magic. It's happening right now.
Magic's
What?
happening.
That's magic.
You're
What do you mean? I'm not.
But you can feel it, right? That feeling. Hold on to it.
Let's hope.
Maybe.
It is.
We have to start a little small. We can't take all of it immediately, but maybe we can set something up so that we can get more.
Okay. Yeah.
We have to start so that we can set something up so that either we or somebody else can come back, okay?
Okay.
We want to get away with it.
Yeah. He's brought the map that he had up on the board with him, and he kind of rolls it back out in front of you. He's okay. So there's a couple of strongholds. Then we won't go for the main one.
Probably, yeah. Let's
That makes
Yeah,
sense.
no,
That's
start
where.
small.
Yeah.
Baby steps.
Okay.
Jinx, you owe me a soda.
I don't think
Right?
so.
They have soda here.
Slushies when we get back home.
Yeah.
What's a slushy?
We're gonna show you amazing things.
It's basically frozen sugar water.
Okay. Weird.
Yeah.
He points out 3 points on the map. He points out one that looks to be like a residential district. And they go, okay, well, they've turned one of the houses here into a locked down storage facility of sorts. He points to the one that is a much larger building. It's outside the residential district. It's in kind of the main hub of the city, and it's not far actually from where that rebellion base is under the mayor's office, but it's next to it where a local museum was. They've turned the entire building into I guess their own kind of palace of sorts. And then he points to a third location. This one, it appears that it's in like a business district nearby. This one, it just used to be like a grocery store, and they've boarded it all up. So There's lots of stuff inside, and they are on different points in the map.
Do all these strongholds have the same kind of stuff? Or is there like, this is where the medical supplies are, and this is where the food is,
Right.
you know, stuff like that?
Or it's spread out.
I don't even know if you would, you just seem like the person who knows stuff.
Yeah, I know the one that used to be a shop has food. I don't know what's in the others.
Well, everybody always needs food. I know only some people need medical supplies, but everybody always needs food. Do you
Yeah.
think?
Let's head to the
That's the
grocery
one.
store.
What do
We're
you,
going
what do
shopping?
you know best? What do you think?
I've never been in any of these places, and I don't know what it's going to be like in there. So,
But you've been to, you know what people need the most urgently.
yeah. If there was anything that we could do to help people get started in just being self-sufficient again, food is helpful in the short term, but if there were supplies to help.
Seeds?
Seeds. Because then you can start doing the thing you wanted to do. You make yourself self-sustainable.
It's not like a pastime of mine. You got to work on that.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not like, oh, I thought it would be fun.
No.
Yeah,
Right.
no, it's like, I think it would be fun
You
if
need
we
to not starve.
survived.
But or something else? What do you think, Lex? We've never. I've never had to decide whether to have food or medicine or something else. I don't know how to make that decision for somebody else.
We'll get a bunch of food and supplies to grow more food, and then I'm sure the rebellion will love you guys.
Okay.
And if things get too dangerous, you get out of there, okay? Take care of yourself. And we'll protect you.
You're a friend now.
Yeah, you're one of the team.
And he disappears back behind the curtain to go put his mundane clothing back on, and comes out, and we are going to smash cut to an area that he's led you to. It's a building nearby. It's actually kind of more of a viewpoint, a watch of overviewing this stronghold. It looks like what was definitely at some point a pretty standard supermarket. You can see that what's previously was large glass windows at the front of it have been boarded up to make sure that it is invulnerable to somebody doing something as simple as smashing a window and breaking in. You can see that there are a few people pacing directly outside of the main doors. There's 2 people out front. Anything else is boarded off by kind of like large sandbags that they've filled to create faux walls around the area of the grocery store.
Lux, do you happen to know how many people might be in there?
I don't know how many people are there once you get in. I've only ever been outside. You've all, you've done, stealth missions before.
Oh, yeah. A lot.
You met us.
All the time.
We've never really had to sneak anywhere.
Yeah.
It's not my best subject in school.
Okay, have you ever stolen anything?
Yeah.
You said that really quick.
Sorry, they might not have, but
We've never had to steal anything. People
Wait, what
just
did you
give
have-
stuff to us.
You had to steal something?
yeah.
Why would you
What's going
steal something?
on? More about that later. Lux.
People give us stuff.
Yeah,
Why
people
would you
give us
steal?
stuff. Maybe later. Maybe we'll come back. Ask me that later. We'll
I will.
talk more about it. But yeah, we can steal, and it won't be too hard. We'll get you what you need.
Okay, we don't have to get much right now. There's so many more people that could be helping us if we just get into their goodwill. So if you just get what you can carry out, then it should be enough to show that you're not on their side, at least.
Pauldron has taken a step back and is really like looking at the building itself. There is that main entrance. Do the two guards seem to be like magical people guards?
They do.
Okay.
They do appear to be magical in nature. They have their own kind of like transformed looks. They're currently transcended for sure. As they pace back and forth, they have similar hair actually that has that like slicked back kind of wet look to it that goes about down to their shoulders. And they're kind of pacing, but it looks like they're kind of conversing and chatting. They look not to be on like high alert at the moment, but that they're just tasked like it's their shift to stand outside, and they are.
And then I assume this is like a one-story building, like the grocery store. On the roof, can we see up that far, or like what's on top?
So Lux has taken you to a vantage point where you can see up on the roof. That's how you're able to see kind of like the walls that are built up around the rest of the building. It seems that they've done this in order so that they don't have to protect every possible entrance to the building, especially from mundane folks who don't have supernatural abilities. Something like scaling that wall would be nearly impossible without getting caught. Roll perceive. For
Yes,
me.
I have one in that.
Yeah.
A 6.
A 6.
Oh my gosh.
You note at the back right corner, furthest from you, there to be some kind of little like hatch at the top of it that looks like it goes up to the roof. That's where you would get roof access if somebody needed to make repairs or something up there.
That's what I was looking for. Okay, it looks like we can get inside the building from an entrance on the roof. Do you see it over there?
Yeah.
Maybe
spot.
if we have some of us be the base, we can have someone fly in with an alley-oop.
Oh my gosh. Do some stunting? Oh, that sounds really fun. How do we feel about that?
If we think we could do it quietly, I guess.
Lux, you stay out here and keep an eye out for us.
Okay.
I don't know. How do you normally signal if when you're at the lookout and something goes wrong?
Oh,
And we need to get out.
he reaches down onto his side and he pulls out a like crusty looking pager. He's like, most of us have found some of these. We just have a few that we pass around.
We'll hold up like jewel tone versions of it.
We have them too.
Okay.
Exchange numbers?
Yeah, just give us a call at
Make
one.
sure everyone's is on like vibrate
Vibrate.
mode.
Yeah.
And he will exchange his pager number with each of you. And he's like, okay, so I'll just beep you if, if something is like exploding or catching fire that you don't know about or that you didn't do. How do I know if it's your explosion or theirs?
Don't be glitter.
We have more glitter. I don't imagine they have a lot of glitter.
No glitter.
Okay, so yeah, definitely. Then the glitter is how you tell. Yeah, beep us if you need to reach us.
Okay, I guess I'll be
So
here.
cute.
I could read it.
I
almost kept it in the Xander.
I look like impossible.
You do.
Outfit.
You do.
It's like half Kim, half Ron.
Yeah.
It is. Oh. He sets his backpack down and takes a position of watch for you. How are you gonna get onto this roof?
Yeah.
Before you go, can I just I don't know.
Anything in the book?
I feel like I should keep checking. It just
Yeah.
I don't know if the book would know. I don't think that whoever wrote this has ever been here.
Doesn't sound like it from what they left before.
I don't know. Maybe they did. If it's just good luck.
Oh yeah. Well, do you see anything?
What you want is kind of a flashback mechanic. You use flashbacks a little differently than most people because your flashbacks can also flash in different directions.
Diagonal.
Right. So,
My flashback with teleport.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
with that in mind, if you want to do a flashback, and you want this to be seeing a helpful way for you to get up to that hatch on the roof,
or a helpful way to for when we get inside. I need a part of me is looking for help on making sure that we get through this safely, and also a part of me is just looking for any proof that there is going to be help in my book. That somehow whoever wrote this diary has been here.
Okay, so you want to see inside the building then, is what you're looking to see. That's expensive.
Can I help with this by reaching over and lifting up the eye patch? Secretly
You will have
hoping.
to take a stress to assist. Will you take a stress?
Yeah, I'm willing. Yeah.
Okay.
So this is normally, because it's up to 3, right, is how stressful they can be. So I'll take 2 because I have my ability. Do those refresh, actually?
Yes.
Do I use it once
You just keep using your ability as long as you can like suffer the cost of
Oh
it.
yeah, till eclipse.
Yeah, until eclipse.
Great, so that's what I do.
Since it's like the only thing you have.
All right, so I'll take 2.
And a warning. Okay, so you are going to take 2, which would typically be 3 stress, and you're going to get an assist. I'm going to have you roll with this to try and perceive the information that you're getting. That for you, you can choose if you want to be analyzing it, which is searching beyond the surface, or if you just want to sit back and perceive.
I think I want to analyze it.
Okay, so then roll your analyze with your assisted die.
This is really important, and I really care.
Do you want to push yourself?
I think I'm going to push myself.
Okay.
Because I can
Just
take
look at the book
that
real
extra
hard.
I can take that extra stress because I'm taking 1 less stress, so I could technically. Or
Would you like a poisoned promise?
Ooh.
Join the club.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
very fun.
Ooh.
We have shirts.
I would like a poisoned promise.
Nice.
Okay. You may
So if I push
look
myself, I can
in. You may give yourself the additional d6 to push yourself. And then I will tell you what the consequences are because you're taking a poisoned promise.
Yikes.
Thank goodness.
Oh, okay.
6.
6. Okay. You look into your book for help. You're searching through, and a page sticks out to you as it falls open. The order of your book never quite seems to make sense continuously. Time is a little messy in that way. Opening to a page, you see words start to kind of fill in a little bit, and it describes somebody. It's describing Lux, actually, and it looks kind of like a journal entry from this day. Like, this day has already happened, and it's being written about from the perspective of somebody who's experiencing it here. As you stare as that and it comes together, you flash into the moment. We're going to play this out because we're in a flashback now.
Whoa.
Tell me what happens and tell me how you get in. Tell me, as you can say you're already, you're trying to see inside. You've come down from a hatch, a ladder extends into the building. You enter into seems like what was previously an employee break room. You tell me what's there to help you. What do you find?
As we land in this break room, we can already see that there's not. It doesn't look to be actively in use. There aren't employees in this place. It's like some other kind of, so it's been more storage. So we see that this appears to be where a lot of the broken, refrigerators and cooling tech is, the machinery, just coolers and fridges and freezers. And where a lot of food that I think would be either expiring or just expired, or it looks like that they've been hoarding a lot of the potential trash.
Mm-hmm.
So there already some stuff to grab here.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a ring of keys on the door, or just by the door.
In this flashback, you're not watching from your own point of view, you're watching yourself. You see the whole group moving throughout this distracted by the piles of food and excited, even expired, even, stuff that seems to be trash, and you walk right by the keys in your vision, but you, from the third person, are able to see those keys. So you see the group walk by and get to a door and try to kind of shake at the knob, and nothing happens, when another door from the other side opens, and you flash back.
I found something.
In the book?
Yeah. They were here, I think. Or they saw us, or they know what happened. We missed something. Or we could miss something, but we won't now.
Okay.
I think. When we go in, don't pay attention to the food that's already there. It's gonna go bad almost immediately. There are keys. And that'll get us in, and that'll get us what you need.
Cool. Keys. Got it.
Keys. But, also, we have to go really, really quick, because if we don't make it through that door, someone else is going to come right in, and there's a door on the other side that's hidden by, like, a broken fridge or something, and someone's going to come through.
Well, then let's roll.
Yeah.
Let's roll. Oh, let's roll.
Okay.
Rebellion's exciting.
You find yourselves on the outside of a building. You've found a place to stand on the back corner, which is closest to where that hatch is on the roof, but you are on the ground right now. You managed to travel here without being noticed. I would like everybody to do an engagement roll.
Cool.
So with that in mind, it's just going to be based on then the danger of the mission, and how well you do will determine kind of how hopeful this is and how the beginning of this mission goes. Instead of individual rules for each individual task, this will determine how well you are able to do things, and then how well that is, you'll describe what happens with it, okay? Mm-hmm. I need somebody to make an engagement roll.
How I imagine this happening is that we're going down, and as like the flyer of
Yeah,
the group,
I'd say we
sort
go
of
whoop, whoop.
and putting you up. So you
Yes.
could be like the leader of this and making the roll.
You'd like to make the engagement roll?
I would
Okay.
absolutely love to do the engagement roll.
So let's read through some of these and see what applies to you. First and foremost, you have at least one D6 because there is always hope. That is your hope. Is the mission particularly heroic or noble?
I think so.
Yeah.
All right, take one D6. Does the mission's goal or methods reflect the worst parts of the protagonists? I would say not. I think you are doing something directly noble, so you do not lose anything for that. Is the mission following through on details from the protagonist's investigation? It is not currently from a previous investigation. Does this mission determine the fate of a friend?
Yes.
Yeah.
Take an additional D6.
And the fate of if we have friends.
Oh, yes, this is very true.
All right. Does this mission tier exceed the current tier of the investigation track? No, it does not. And are there any other elements that you want to consider? No. So how many D6s do you have?
We have 3.
You have 3. So this is the engagement mechanic essentially just means instead of rolling for climbing up and scouting out and trying to figure it out, we're going to see how the mission is going overall, and then you will describe to me based on that. So let's see what you get.
Rainbow rollers.
Yay!
We got a 2, a 4, and a 5.
Okay, so your highest being 4 and 5, that is a mixed result. That means that the mission is not particularly smooth. To have it go immaculately, you would have needed more than 1 6. With a good result, a 6 is just good. So, tell me about your mission. Tell me about your efforts to get in here. Describe your own mixed successes to me. You can find yourself up on the roof, but what went wrong getting up there?
Oh, I think that we were like, okay, here we go. This is our timing. 1, 2, down. Up,
Oh, down then up?
Yeah. And then, so we tried to fix it, but then when we went to do it for real, somebody was like, wait, and then we all went, and so I think I like barely caught on to the ledge and had to like scramble my way up.
Don't worry, you don't have power, you don't have skate.
Okay. And then like, just like, heave myself over the edge. And be like, okay, So how do we get everybody up there? I think that there is like an escape ladder type deal. It's very old, and so I just kind of fire escape, throw it down, and it's like dum, 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 dum.
It's
like,
so loud.
Oh, that is very loud.
Yeah, hurry!
I'll hold the bottom while the two of you can scramble up.
I will run and start going up as fast as I possibly can. I think my foot breaks one of like the metal pipes off. And they're like, oh, okay. Watch out for that. Okay.
And then I sort of secure it so that we can get back, and then scramble up myself to catch up.
You are all able to make it up to the top, but there was a cacophony of noise between the screaming of you being thrown onto a roof and
Just like we rehearsed.
Yes. I believe you did describe literally yelling. Then there was the sliding and clanking of an old metal ladder being thrown down. You've definitely made noise. You have definitely alerted people of your presence to get in. You're able to get into that employee break room. It looks exactly as you pictured it. It was exactly what you thought, and the keys are exactly where you saw them. The door is on both sides. You know that people were going to come from one, and you know the key. You know at least the other one is locked at the moment.
There are Twinkies, though. They don't expire.
Okay, put your back up against the door.
What'd I say? Oh,
Okay.
No. Just go. I'm gonna grab it. I'm gonna really hope that I can find the right key.
Ooh.
But hey, no, this was a mixed success. So I think it takes me a second.
Yeah.
I'm dropping the keys. I'm fumbling. I'm like
Yeah.
trying a couple, like hearing, like knowing how limited our time is. Like my hands shaking, like starting to freak out.
Yeah.
I think Polly will listen to Al's idea too, and on the opposite door,
Hold
just
the
sort
door
of
for a second.
rest against it, so that would be pressure if someone tried to open it.
And I think like it takes me a second, and like you can like hear like someone start to push against that door. Like you can feel like the doorknob start to rattle as I finally find the key and I open it, and I'm just like.
At the exact moment that the key activates in the lock and you feel it work, you feel on your back, on that door, the door handle start to shake a little bit of somebody grabbing it.
Let's roll.
And it is almost pristine in timing, if it wasn't for them definitely going to hear the door shutting as the last one of your foots passes through the door closing behind you, just as the other one opens, and you hear the sound of footsteps coming into that room.
Can I lock it from the outside?
Absolutely you can. You do. You turn around, you lock it, you already know which key it is. You don't have to fumble with that. And looking out, you are in a supermarket. It isn't stocked like a supermarket anymore. There isn't anybody keeping that kind of order, but there are boxes of dry goods. There are boxes of produce that are all just kind of compiled together that are labeled of like what location they came from farm-wise and like hoarded into large crates. There is definitely pretty much anything you want to find in here food-wise.
Shopping cart?
I was gonna say, do they have like bags or baskets or anything that we can like carry stuff in?
Yeah, 100%. It looks like they've been using more of like crates and stuff to carry them, so as opposed to like traditional grocery store baskets, because their baskets, you can see there have like an old, the plastic is aged enough that like the handles have come off, so you can carry them, but it's like a no handles.
I'm just trying to figure out like how we're getting it off the roof.
I could take a flashback for this too to prepare something.
Absolutely, you can.
So Polly, back in the shop that we were looking at all the different fabrics and stuff like that, accidentally brushed up against a bolt of fabric, and as they pulled it out, they could see that it was like a drawstring knapsack that was actually made. And so they were like, oh, we do need something to carry things back in, and slid it like inside of their outfit.
That is fantastic, and I'm going to say that that is a relatively like low stakes find, but one that helped you out. So take one stress for
One
that.
stress, yeah.
One stress for the flashback.
I'm at 3 total, just to let you know.
All right.
I'm at 5.
Ooh, stressy.
We did get pulled into something that feels a little apocalyptic.
Yeah.
I would be stressed.
Maybe at some point you'll get to rest.
Right.
Who could say?
Maybe.
So yeah, Polly will now pull out this like knapsack and open it up and just say, I can carry it.
Okay. What's stuff that's good
non-perishables. Anything
Wait,
like look
dry
for cans.
goods.
Yes, cans, dried
Pasta!
goods, seeds, sunflower seeds, like any kind of beans, that kind of thing. Anything I think and would know would never spoil. Yes.
While they're looking for useful things, can I look for something that is frivolous, like a treat, like something that is like a couple of things or little things that like
The Twinkies don't expire.
are not helpful, just a luxury.
Absolutely. I'm going to say this will be its own role. This is going to be outside of the general tone of the mission. I think I would like for you to roll empathize.
Nice.
Cool. I have so many points in that.
In order to achieve this, there is a level of not only thoughtfulness, but thoughtfulness for a plate that you don't understand. For you, it isn't frivolous. For you, that's normal. That's access. You are used to having these things. You live in a world of entitlement to these things, and that's correct. People are entitled to it where you come from. So in order to have the capacity to look for something that would make, I assume, Lux,
I want to,
some joy, or
depending on what it is, if it's like something that like is I can carry a lot of, like I'll try and get more. But the aim is to like think of use like the privilege that I have to like want something kind of nice, to like think of something like kind of nice and fun that just is more frivolous, and like give that as a gift, as like using my privilege for good, basically. And I'm rolling a disadvantage though. 3.
with a 3, what I'm going to say is, you think of the concept of finding something nice. You look and it is at a distance across the store. 1 to 3 is traditionally just a failure. What I'm going to say is, if you are willing to take the risk of getting across the store, there's like a basket size of some kind of like treats.
I think I'd like it to be like little packages of like decorated baked like little like cakes, like, but not like Twinkies, but like something that would like go bad really quickly and so like wouldn't be worth the like take. So like little trays of like candy coated, chocolate coated little cakes with like really like elaborate decorations that are like all little bite size, like almost like petit fours, like but like in like little like almost
absolutely.
like gift sets.
Are you willing to risk getting across to them?
I think I let everybody else do the practical thing, and I decide that I am invisible enough, and this is the reason why I picked the ignorable outfit, and I try to channel Al and just have the audacity to walk across and get the thing.
Great, roll flow for me.
Cool, that's also a thing I definitely have.
You're going to try to blend in, and I'm going to say you have set her up for success. What is your ability on that?
That's going to be working from the shadows. When I secretly set up another character's action, roll +1. If they succeed, mark XP.
I will give you that additional +1.
Nice.
That'll put you flat, I believe,
Yes.
right?
4.
4. That is a mixed success, but you are able to get across and grab that basket and make your way back without running to try and keep from drawing attention. Your goal is to blend in here, and with your flow roll, the idea is to move like the people here move. No sense of urgency and no concern. However, because it is a mixed success, as you're walking back, you're pretty far from your friends when the alarms start to sound in the grocery store. Where did you end up, Al? Are you with these two, kind of gathering? You know, you were like trying to find like seeds and stuff like that, right?
I think I'm going, like, you two are grabbing things and I'm just going the opposite way, trying to
Right.
cover as much ground as possible. So I don't
Spreading
think
out.
I'm doing the same exact thing, but I'm just in the opposite direction.
Supermarket sweep.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yes.
Get the
Good
frozen
strap.
turkeys.
Good strap.
So when the alarm sounds, the lights get brighter in the store. They kick on all of them. It wasn't active, like there were people weren't people working really in here right now. So all of the lights in the building come up, and not just the security lights that were previously on, as a loud ringing alarm that burns in your ears starts to sound in the grocery store. All of you are still pretty close to the door. The section that you've opened up into is pretty close to the break room where you came in.
There was someone coming in there, right? There was someone coming in here.
I'll yell, Maura, are you
Yeah?
I think so. I mean,
Oh yeah,
The
you
alarm's
yelled.
going off.
the alarms are
The
going off.
alarm
I
is
don't
going
know.
off. Yeah, absolutely. We're doing a lot of rolls right now. Roll to conceal. Let's see if that
Cool. I
blends
have
in with
something
the
that,
alarm.
so. 2.
Yeah.
2, it sure doesn't. The high-pitched alarm is only broken in the ringing in your ears by the sound of Al's voice calling out to Maura. Maura, you hear this as you're making your way back across the floor. You can see your friends in the distance starting to panic. You don't see any other people in the building yet. You only see them, but you know the alarm has been sounded. Somebody is aware that you are here, of course.
I'm going to look around and try and mimic what the other people are doing around me, which I would imagine is also kind of like looking around. Like, because there are other people kind of here, right? Oh no,
You
it's
don't
just
see
us.
anybody right now. It is
Oh.
currently just you within your eyesight.
Yeah, no, I run.
Yeah.
Yeah, run and run.
Yeah.
I run back to the people.
We're gonna try to go back to where we came from. Like we were gonna exit. So we'll.
Yeah. Maura has the key to that door.
Right. So
Yeah.
we're waving her
yeah.
over. Like, come on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm standing off to the side. I'm watching your head like go past
Can I
all
throw
of the
it?
things.
Can I try and throw the key?
Sure, you can try to throw the key. Just keep making rolls. Just keep
Let's
making
make
rolls.
all the
keep
rolls.
trying stuff.
Let's
I love
stand
that.
for the
With
dice.
that, then,
So no, why am I trying to be a jock?
that's moving with grace. That's flow again.
Yeah, I'm so good at that.
You are trying to do something precise in your action.
I'm gonna push myself.
All right, I'll allow it.
I'm gonna roll an extra die. Nope.
You take an additional stress for pushing. You throw the keys. The keys do get thrown as they slide across the floor at the halfway point between the two of you. It wasn't thrown hard enough. Your hands are also full trying to carry this basket of treats. You know
I'm so good at juggling stuff.
what you were here looking for. You were looking for things that weren't perishable. You were looking for things that would help people rebuild. And you can see Maura coming in with a basket of cakes.
Unlike any other time I've led this team, in a voice almost unrecognizable, I literally yell, "Drop the cakes. Nobody needs those. We have to go now."
I, like, looking around, realize it's right, but I keep one. I shove it in my pocket, and I run, and I try and run and grab the keys and catch up.
You just keep one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you're able to keep one and you drop the basket. You run, and that door, you had heard somebody kind of trying to pound on it. It seems they had given up because they didn't have the keys, and it's a key lock from both sides. There's no physical turning lock on it. So the sound on the other side of that door has cleared out. Are you going back to the door?
Yeah, I think it's clear for you to open it.
Okay. I try and, like, make it through.
You're able to get the door open. You're able to climb back out of the hatch. And you are on the roof once again, finally free from the blaring sound of the alarms blazing. And you are outside. You can hear the alerting of the guards outside yelling to each other. They start running around the perimeter of the building to the other sides. How are you going to get out?
We split up and we're gonna rendezvous back at the pizza restaurant.
Yeah. Let's do that.
And Polly has the knapsack, or drawstring, back on their back,
Yeah.
and it's like bulging, and they're just going to take a running leap off of the building, and try to jump far enough to get a running start.
All right. How is everybody else exiting? Are you all trying to make the jump? And are
As
you doing it in your
mundanes?
mundane form,
I
or
am.
are you transforming as you jump?
I feel like if I feel like the danger is too much for me to fall, I could transform, but I'm
Okay.
going to try to do it mundane if I can.
Okay.
Yeah, how tall is this building?
Single story, but
And there's
You are
also
jumping off
still
the
that
building.
ladder for
Typical
everybody.
grocery store. Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, I'm gonna try to slide down the ladder. Like, it's a little ropey, right? Like, it's got like ropes on the side. Like,
oh no, I think it's like
so
more
it's
fire
metal.
escape, like
It's a
metal.
fire escape.
okay, an actual fire escape. Okay, so I'm just gonna try to like, jungle gym down, like swinging from bar to bar.
Okay.
Can I take a quick look and see if there's someone like waiting? Because they heard the ladder drop. I just wanted to double check and make sure there's nobody like waiting and looking at the ladder first.
Yeah, you
Before
can
we, like-
absolutely.
I
do
would
that.
like to look before I leap.
Smart.
What's
Do you look
that
before
like?
everyone leaps, or do you just look before you leap?
If I can get there first, but
I don't think you could look probably before Paul.
yeah, I think Paul.
Polly's out.
Yeah, but so like if Polly is going, I'm gonna check so that if I need to transform, I can do it before they land.
You look down and you do see somebody patrolling the area back and forth at the bottom of the ladder, assuming you would come out. You've seen Polly already make the leap, and immediately their attention turns to Pauldron.
Could I go down into where we just were and grab some of like the trash, and like throw it out on the side of the building so that it like the side of the building they were coming from, so they see Polly, but then suddenly there's just like stuff falling from the sky on the other side of the building.
Yes, absolutely. You know what? If you would like to, you could even do it as a flashback if you want to take the stress to have grabbed some trash on your way out
Yeah, I'll do
rather than
that.
going back in. All right. We flash back into the break room as everybody is shuffling to get out. As soon as Maura gets the door open, of you scrambling to try and grab some of the garbage.
It's the cakes. The discarded cakes.
If we got that far,
Yeah.
I dropped those in the middle of the warehouse.
right. No, that's true.
You are able to grab things, and there's not only discarded food there, there's also like broken pieces of machinery. There are, like doors that have come off of things. There are
Shelves and
small
shit.
pieces of like kind of broken parts of the doors and things like that. There is just a heaping pile of trash.
Amazing. I think everyone else has just scurried up, and I look up and I say, I'll be up in a second. And I turn around and I see this trash, and I think I'm just going to search for whatever I can kind of carry behind me.
All right?
And I want loud things. I don't want things that when they fall, they're soft. I want loud things, disruptive things, heavy things, just in case there are guards on the sides where I throw it. And I'm just going to pull that up with me as much as I can.
Okay. Yeah, you are able to grab like the frame of one of those like refrigerator doors that's been broken into two pieces and kind of scoop it under your arm. It's got definitely some like almost like grocery bags attached to it that are just kind of stuck on the sharpest points of it, and you just kind of hurled a pile of it as you climb back up onto the roof, or as you climb up onto the roof. Now, joining you, as you've seen Polly jump.
There's someone there.
Okay. Launch it.
And would you be sliding already, or you have to be a moment behind Polly?
Yes, I need
functionally?
to sit behind her.
Okay.
Do I have time then to like grab the grab Ashley's collar
Ashley
if I'm
will allow
looking?
it.
Yeah?
Because there's a person there.
Cause yeah. Because like I definitely don't think I make it before you, but I might make it just behind Ashley.
Yeah, if you think so, absolutely.
You land.
roll.
Let's talk about how you land.
Yeah.
Let's roll a flow for you.
A flow? Okay.
Yeah.
I'm at a disadvantage.
Ooh. Flo specifically says if you take a big leap, so.
Yeah. Would it benefit me to say that I'm trying, what is it?
To push yourself?
Push myself?
Yeah,
Because
absolutely.
that would put a stress on, but I'd get an
You could
even
flat.
out.
Yeah, absolutely, you may.
So I'll do that. Ooh, it's a 2. I'll take the stress.
All right. So you land and you're used to making big moves and you're used to being strong. You are still strong in your mundane form, but the way that pain feels when you are not bolstered by your magic is different, and you don't feel it often. And as you land, you can feel it in your ankles. And one of your ankles in particular seems to take it pretty hard. You're able to walk.
Yeah.
It is not broken, but you feel pain. And you're not used to really being exposed to feeling much pain.
Yeah.
And it will hinder and slow you down a little bit as you try to run away with the backpack and the weight of the backpack as well. But fortunately, Al has thrown some very loud pieces of garbage. Are you trying to hit them or just make a noise?
I've got like 2, like the fridge doors that are broken.
Yeah.
I think the first one I throw just to make noise to get their attention, and the second that their backs are turned,
Whack.
throw it like slam straight down to hit them.
All right. I think that you're absolutely able to successfully throw one for a distraction of the noise, and the person looks back and forth kind of confused. Their magical ability less obvious than the person with like the glowing red hands of it, but they still wear something that looks unmundane, that looks to be magical in some way, as they kind of look back and forth trying to figure out who to chase, unprepared for there to have been more than one of you. As you throw the other one, what do you use? What is your skill? How can you justify for me how you hit them?
I think this is still like, even though I'm distracting them at the first one, I still want to like try to conceal my friends and conceal their path, because I think that in the moment that Maura caught Ashley, I don't know. I just saw you like try to jump off the building, so I think I'm just like whatever I can do. So I feel like this is a conceal. Yeah, I think this is a conceal.
Diversion, baby.
Diversion.
Roll for that diversion. Roll for me.
Okay, this is flat. I believe. 5.
Nice.
5 clocks this person.
Yeah.
Absolutely clocked in the back of the head. They are knocked down and they're still conscious, but you can tell it's completely disoriented them. Each of you are able to get down the ladder if you would like.
Okay, now go.
And they were not right there by it. They had started pursuing Pauldron, so you've got a little bit of a distance that you can run around them at the foot of that ladder. You all are able to successfully get back through the streets and make it to the pizza place, I believe.
Yep, that was the rendezvous point.
We cut to the pizza place. Lux is pacing back and forth on the inside of the building as you walk in, and you can see his face just breathe a sigh of relief that you've come back. Did you do it?
Sort of. We got stuff. We did get stuff. It wasn't. They noticed.
I don't suppose you have any ice. My
You
ankle.
okay?
I just twisted it on that jump.
No. We can. Yeah, I've got a med kit that we can at least take a look at it. I'll see. And he goes into the area that would be the kitchen. And out. This place is so familiar to you.
Oh no.
Lux is struggling to try and find where he remembers that they keep a first aid kit in here.
I think there's a moment I'm taller than him, I'm bigger than him, and while he's searching, I reach like over top of him and open one of the pantry doors and grab the kit and set it down in front of him.
Thanks. I guess that's it makes sense. And
How did you know that, Prez?
This place is, I don't know, I know this place pretty well, I guess.
you have you keep avoiding stuff, and normally we're really good about stuff like that. But it seems like you are hiding stuff that might help us, and we're trapped in a place that none of us know about. And you disappeared before we even got here, and weren't answering our pages, and I'm really freaked out. And I don't know what to do. And it seems like you know what to do. Why do you know what to do? What do we do now?
I don't know everything, but my family in our world basically owns this part of the building, this restaurant.
Oh.
Yeah.
What? Owning a restaurant is like a super normal thing. Why are you hiding it?
It's not normal for it's normal for mundane people. I think the thing I'm hiding, and I will like transform, and I will just say like, this is the not normal thing.
Your magical abilities.
Yeah.
Most of you come from families that carry magic. You are direct descendants, of course, so magic is carried through. It might not be both of your parents, it might be one, but you have magic in your family. And for the most part, magical people only work in magical fields. Basically, you have your study that you go into and you become either some kind of protector or some kind of performer with your magic, something that uses your magical ability. So a mundane job is not something that probably most of you will ever have.
Are you worried about it? I mean, you're just one of us. It doesn't really matter.
That's the problem, really. My family doesn't know that I do this.
Oh. Are you afraid of them finding out?
More than anything in the world, probably.
Why?
And I look at Lux and I say, a lot of the things that Lux was saying are things my family's, they say about us. That we have no idea what they go through, we have no connection.
But we don't hurt people. We're not villains.
You
We
don't
didn't do
have
this
to-
stuff.
You don't have to have hurt anybody physically to cause harm. Sometimes people who don't have access to what you have are aware that they don't receive what you receive. You literally said earlier, people just give us things. You don't think people are upset with you about that?
But we don't ask, we don't tell them to. And we don't tell them not to give stuff to other people.
I think what they're saying is we just have things that some people don't, and I think it can be not very fair sometimes.
But we didn't make it not fair.
I know, but they didn't get a choice. We just
Neither did
had
we.
things. But maybe we've just been ignoring it all along, and we haven't really paid attention how that can affect people.
Regardless, you're part of our family now. No matter what, both of you too, Lux. We can't replace anything. We're not going to be taking over where your family has left their marks on you, but we can be here for you and support you in different ways. You can be who you are. No shame. Whether that's a pizza palace owner or a magical girl.
Or both.
It'll probably end up being both, to be honest.
I don't know, that's kind of cool. We make slushies and popcorn for people.
I skateboard around the city and deliver pizzas.
That's
That's
awesome.
pretty cool.
Awesome.
You magically make people's day by making their tummies happy.
Yeah.
That's true.
Mundane people can do that too. You don't have to have superpowers.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds like maybe it's better if you don't sometimes.
Now I want pizza. Is there any pizza in the sack?
Oh, there's pasta.
It is mostly seeds and non-perishables, canned goods, things of the sort.
Tomatoes.
Tomato sauce.
There is probably like a canned tomato situation in there, but now probably is like Lex definitely looks around at like the decrepit kitchen that is non-functional, and well, I suppose. Do you want to take that stuff to the meeting?
We'll just get patched up a little with the med kit.
Yeah.
And then,
There's like an icy hot in there.
Yeah,
It's not like
yeah.
real ice, but something that can be used as like an ice pack.
And a bandage.
Yeah, I was
like
gonna
an
say
ace
maybe, or
bandage.
like if
Yeah.
we can just using like some of just like the fabric from like some fabric scraps to wrap it instead of using the bandage.
Yeah.
And with that, we will get into downtime, but we will save that for next week. We will figure out kind of how you recover. We'll go through all of those mechanics of recuperating before you move on to the next phase of your adventure, because that is where we are going to end for today. On kind of a nice note, right? Okay?
What?
We're taking a moment. We're kind of on a nice note.
Yeah!
You guys have kind of put a little button
In
on
this
something.
apocalyptic world,
Yeah.
we have
Pizza
found
Palace.
family.
Yeah.
I don't know why I said Pizza Palace.
Hey, now that's what it is.
Yeah.
It's called the Pizza
Palace
Palace.
Yep, it's a chain.
All right, everybody, thank you so much for joining us for the second episode. We have 2 more episodes of In the Name of. Thank you so much to Evil Hat for sponsoring this series. Hey, if you want to check out Girl by Moonlight yourself, Girl by Moonlight is now funding on BackerKit. If you're enjoying seeing us play it and you want to check it out for yourself, there's a bunch of cool and wonderful perks. You can check that out. The link will be popping up in the chat and in the description if you're watching this later on YouTube. Let's go around one more time and meet our lovely players.
You know, my name is Lexi, and you can find me on the internet as Black Girl Mage, but I have been your idol Elias, or... Wait, I'm not going to reveal her name yet. We'll do that later. We'll do that later.
Always an enigma.
I know.
Yeah.
And I am Kailey Bray. You can find me on the internet at Hop a Barbarian. And I have been Maura Troy, your idol vision, learning what privilege is.
Yes, amazing. I'm loving it.
Yeah.
I am Dani, Gage, otherwise known as Bitterthorn on the internet, and I'm playing Ashley Park, otherwise known as Idol Melody. And yeah, God, I love these little babies so much.
She loves Rebellion. Big Rebellion.
Oh, we love Rebellion.
Yeah.
We'll get you Rebellion.
Yeah. And I'm Xander Jeanneret at Xanderific with 2 R's and 1 F, playing Pauldron Shepherd, Idol Guard.
And I am Saige Ryan, and you can find me everywhere on the internet at NotSage. Thank you for hanging out, and we'll see you next time. Goodbye.